YTPC Ghost Cobb is along with the missus. Smoking my Missouri Meerschaum Spindle. Call it my Stubby Spindle. And I'm just having a big glass of grape flavored water, I guess it is. Trying to drink more water. So I am.
Mine's plain. I can't do flavor.
Smoking some Lane Limited Cherry. A little aromatic for you today. Because I know you like some of the aromatics and you're a big Virginia fan. You like the Virginia blends, it seems.
Yeah, I don't like the English.
Go figure, Englishes are my favorite blends to smoke. It would, of course, work out that way. So today, this afternoon, what are we going to work on? What are we talking about today?
Oh, I don't know. Sunday.
We already did the Sunday chat video.
Did the Sunday chat video.
She wanted to shoot another video together. I couldn't tell her no.
So we've had a lot of comments, both on YouTube and from friends.
On Facebook.
On Facebook, in real life, about the humidor. So the humidor came about. We were sitting at a cigar club in Gettysburg. And I was saying we had just left Cigar Fest in Hamburg, PA. And I was saying how they had a gorgeous humidor and I absolutely loved it, but it was $1,500. So I'm not spending $1,500 on a humidor. So the owner said, well, let me get my book and you can see if it's in the book. So I'm still not spending $1,500 on it.
Mind you, at this time I had a little humidor that looked like a dresser, a nightstand that held 300 cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a pain in the butt. Pain in the rump. You had to take all the shelving out to get to everything. You couldn't reach in and grab one thing.
It had three trays.
You had to get the trays out to be able to get to the trays below. It was a pain in the rear end. So he pulled out the book, and sure enough, the one was in there that I liked. It looked like a grandfather clock. So he was like, well, it's $600 is what it cost me to order it. And I was like, okay, well, what's it going to cost me? He was like, well, it's going to cost me $600 to order it. So you pay $600 for it. So I was like, he's trying to talk me out of it. And I was like, nope, I really like it. I want it. I want the nightstand thing gone. I like this one. We'll get this one. So we got that one. And then, some of our friends came and they helped us set it all up and get it in the house. And because we had to carry it up the stairs, which was extremely fun with a dolly with a flat tire. The thing is really heavy. Really heavy. So as we get it situated in the house and, start moving his stuff into it, guys are coming over and visiting and they're like, oh my gosh, who's going to get this when you pass? And
they were arguing over it.
Yeah, they were deciding who was going to get what cigars, who would get what lighter, who would get the humidor. And at that point, he had the nightstand humidor. He had various smaller tabletop humidors from going to all of these events at CI. And I was like, well, y'all can have the little ones, but the big one's mine. I was like, when he's gone, that's my jewelry box. I was like, I've already thought about, taking the trays out. You can put foam in there, and you can put, ring holders, earring holders. I was like, yep, that's mine. So for everybody who asks, everything else that's his is up for grabs.
Wow.
But the humidor,
Hmm.
that's mine.
Well, I sold the nightstand humidor for what I paid for it, actually. So that worked out good. Although the guy that bought it was the one who owned the cigar shop club that I bought mine from. So he got the money back because I bought cigars from him. So I sleep with one eye open. Maybe that's why I'm an insomniac. No, not really.
I'll make it quick and painless.
There you go.
Oh my.
What do you do? If you haven't seen the humidor, you can go back into my video library. I did a tour of the humidor about a week ago, and a lot of people went crazy over it.
It is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It is gorgeous. There are like so many babies out there.
Yeah, baby ducks.
I have squirrel syndrome. I can't see things moving around without looking, and there's at least 15 babies that I see. At least.
Yeah, so that's that. That's the humidor story. Kristy wanted to share it with you. Kind of to tag off of the Sunday chat video, after I proposed to you, you know, at Bass Pro Shop, they take pictures of you when you go up on Santa's lap. Well, the girls took photos of the whole thing from start to finish, and they gave us all the photos. Well, they kept one of them.
They made a copy of one of them, and
Yeah.
we were there spring, so Christmas season was already over. He had proposed 3.5, 4 months before that at this point, and we went in and he was looking at bows.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, we'll take you back. And that was an interesting part. Sorry.
Squirrel syndrome.
They take you back. Well, who paints their car flat black like spray paint? I mean, anywho.
Only in Pennsylvania.
So they take you back and you're able to test out these bows to see if you like them. So I couldn't go in there. I wasn't shooting. So I was just wandering around on the upper level, and this lady came up to me and she was like, I know you. And I was like, no, you don't. And she was like, no, I do. I know you. And I was like, sweetheart, I didn't grow up here. I didn't go to school here. I don't know you. We don't work together. We're not friends. I don't know you. And she's like, no, really, come with me. So she starts bringing me back, like, the employee back office areas, and we're walking and walking. I'm like, we really don't know each other. She's like, no, really. We get back to the store manager's office. And here, the store manager goes through every single picture taken with Santa Claus and keeps her favorites and puts them on her door. And one of our pictures was on her door. She's like, that's you.
Ooh. You know, I never thought I would be... You know, I never really thought I would be the one to propose in public with like 400 people watching. You know what Bass Pro Shop is like a couple weeks before Christmas. It's crazy. And we had people clapping. We had people standing at the railings up above clapping. People were wiping their eyes from crying. It was insane. It was really crazy. It was a Hallmark movie.
It was crazy. Crazy.
But it was nice to do that. That was pretty cool. And then, of course, we had a pickup truck, a big full-size Chevy Silverado. And I'm a country boy, you know. I like to go out at night and sit and watch the lightning bugs, you know. My
from the
friends.
city, and if anybody knows me, city people don't belong outside when it's dark at all.
So we go out, we park the truck. She goes, "What are we doing back here?" We're in the back of the cornfield there at a friend of mine's dairy farm. And I got out through the blanket in the back. She goes, "What are we doing?" I'm like, "Well, we're not doing what you think we're doing." I says, "We're going to sit here and watch lightning bugs." She says, "What?" I says, "Just watch." So it got a little darker and a little darker. Lightning bugs come out, and we're sitting there watching lightning bugs, and she really enjoyed it. And then she says to me,
About 5 minutes.
she says to me, "Something's watching us." I says, "What do you mean something's watching us?" She goes, "Something's watching us. I can feel it." It's like, "Well, first off, I know the owners of the property, and it ain't a big deal if they catch me back here." And she says, "No, something's watching us." So I had my old box light from the fire department in the back there with me. So I turn on, them things are bright. I mean, they're so you can see in a burning building, so you know how bright they are. And I'm like, "Look, there's nothing." And I went to the other side of the bed of the truck, and there were two eyes in the bed of the truck. She back up against the cab.
I wanted to die.
It was a doe.
I wanted to die.
A doe was kind of wondering what that truck was doing there because it didn't belong. And
I knew it. But ever since being with him and his family like to put me in very uncomfortable situations for my city rump. And so that was one. And then we go out and visit his family out near Pittsburgh. They're in about an hour outside of Pittsburgh, and there's nothing in this town that they live in.
nope.
Nothing. Like their feed mill is their main store. And they're like, "Oh, well, we get bears all the time, and the bears come right up to the front porch." And then it gets dark, and they're like, "Well, let's start a fire and roast marshmallows and hot dogs on the fire." And I'm like, "Well, where do you do that?" And they pointed across the yard, and I'm like, "So the bears come up to the front porch, and you want me to go over there?" I was like, "Yeah, that's not happening. You're out of your mind." So then they tell us, needless to say, they did that. Haley and I were in the house. We were, no, not happening. Then they tell us they leave the dog outside overnight, and they say, "Well, if Feather starts barking, just let him in." Her, him, I don't know. Let her in because it's either a thunderstorm is coming or there's a bear outside. Well, guess what? 2 o'clock in the morning, the damn dog starts barking. He's like, "Get up and let Feather in." And I'm like, "Huh? You are out of your mind." I was like, he's like, "It's probably just a thunderstorm." I said, "Yep, and there's 50% chance that it's a bear, and guess what? If they love their dog, they're going to come let that thing in." Because it's just not happening.
So I got up and let her in. And it was just a thunderstorm rolling in.
Then I couldn't sleep, so we're out in the kitchen at 3 o'clock in the morning, because now here I am thinking, oh, there's a flipping bear outside, now I can't sleep. Go into the kitchen, rinsing out his coffee cup. There's flipping eyes staring at in the kitchen window at me. Eyeballs at the kitchen window.
It was a raccoon. My aunt has a rack that comes off the kitchen window, and she uses it to cool her pies and stuff like that when she bakes her pies and brownies or whatever she makes. She just sits them out there, and they cool out there. And there was a raccoon sitting up on there looking in and trying to figure out what was going on. Yeah.
Fast forward, another trip out there, sleep at his other aunt and uncle's house, and it was so quiet. There weren't even crickets chirping, like there was nothing. No noise whatsoever. No wind, no crickets, no nothing. No street lights, no nothing. And I'm like, I cannot sleep. So I downloaded.
She says, Sean. I
I
says,
was like,
"What?"
this is too creepy.
She goes, "It's too creepy." She says, You could hear a mouse fart if it was in the room.
I don't say that word.
Well, you know what I meant. You said toot, but you know.
So I downloaded an app on my phone for when we go out there, so it gives me noises. So he always laughs at me because I get extremely paranoid going outside at dark. I am defense mode, like, don't scare me outside in the dark because I will knock your butt out. I am like on super defense mode. So last night we're at the drive-in, it starts raining, so we have to go in the car. We had the windows down, and he's laughing at me because every time somebody walked by, I'm like, keep walking, keep walking. And so he's laughing at me, Haley's laughing at me, and I'm like, I'm from the city. I don't belong outside in the dark. I get very defensive outside in the dark. Next thing we know, nothing even happens scary with the movie. This one jumps out of his skin because he thought he heard something out of the car. That's
you
right.
made me paranoid.
That's right. So we're gonna throw out my scaredness. We're gonna throw out yours too. He jumped about out of his skin for no reason. And then, so we get to talking, and there's a commercial now. And this couple, the city couple, is outside camping, and they're both can't sleep. And
they're all
like,
proud of themselves that they're actually
they're
camping.
out there, they're camping, they're happy, and they can't sleep. So they download City Noise app. So I was like, look, see, it's a city thing. Like, we are not meant for the dark. We are not meant for quiet. It's just not natural. It's not natural. So that was our fun at the drive-in, and his family torturing me.
Yeah, well, you know.
They like to torture me. I am the person who is afraid of bugs, afraid of the dark. Cats and dogs and cows are okay. Horses too. That's about it. And baby piglets. I would take a baby piglet.
And goats.
Pygmy goats.
Pygmy goats.
Other than that, I'd probably run scared.
Maybe you were a fainting goat in your past life.
Could have been.
Boo! She goes.
Oh, I could have been. Oh my. Yeah, because either I'm going to jump and scream or I'm going to smack you. Those are the two reactions that you get when I'm scared. One or the other.
Yeah.
Oh my. Looks like it's going to rain. The water's very still this morning.
Very
Here comes
humid.
the train.
I'm telling you, every time I shoot a video, they come through. I swear, Northern Suffolk has a camera on this side porch, and when I push the record button, they send a train through. I'm telling you.
I don't think that's how it works. I love the train. I love the train at night.
Yeah.
I love noise. Although it's not bad where we are, even though it is quiet, it's extremely dark. I hate being. That's the other thing. We get home at 1:30 in the morning. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna head up." I'm like, "Oh no, you're not." Like, I'm not carrying all this crap up the stairs by myself, and you not be down here. Like, if an animal comes to attack, I'm pushing your butt down on the ground, and it's getting you first. Like, you can't leave me out here by myself.
She's bound to get that jewelry box, I tell you. One way or another.
Oh, look at that little baby. It's so tiny.
Yeah, it is a little.
Oh, you hear it little peeping?
Yeah. I hear it.
You hear it?
Sounds like a little dog squeaky toy. Yins probably can't hear it, but it's pretty cool.
So cute. So cute. So we have a very lazy Sunday ahead of us. We are porch bound today. Working on trips coming up.
We're actually going to start taking vacations again. It's been a couple years with all my health issues and my medical
It's been
expenses.
it's been 3 years because the last trip we did was for Haley's 13th birthday. We went to 13th birthday and Christmas. we went to Disney World in December. So we are starting to plan trips because I'm a planner, I'm a list maker, and I want a good deal. I want to go on a really expensive vacation for really cheap. So next year we're going to Disney World with my brother and my sister for a week. And then the following year, I've already booked, so we've got the Disney trip booked. We've got a trip the 2019 January for my birthday. We have booked a 3-day weekend in the Bahamas on a cruise. And then we also have 2019 in June for our anniversary family trip, because Haley's going to come with us on that one, a week in Jamaica. So for anybody, what?
I'm just excited.
So for anybody who wants to go on these really expensive trips and you think that you can't afford them because when you want to do them, they're super expensive, I will tell you that the 3-day Bahama cruise is costing us about $800. And right now Norwegian Cruise Line has a special on certain cruises where you just have to put $50 down per person, and then you have an end payoff date. So for us, our cruise for 2019 is like May or whatever of next year to pay it off. So to pay $800 off in a year and a half is nothing. And it's only it was $100 down for the two of us, so that was not bad, reasonable. And then beaches resorts, Sandals resorts, they have Sandals for adults, beaches for family. Look at all the little babies. She got 5. Sorry, Squirrel. So beaches is for anybody that has, don't laugh at me. Beaches is for anybody who has kids under the age of 18. Sandals is for adults. So at that point when we go, Haley will be 17. So we've opted for the beaches resort. And right now, for I believe the next 2 days, they are having a Black Friday special where it is $98 down. So instead of the $400 to $500 booking fee, it's $98. And then we have until I think 1 month prior to going, so May of 2019, to pay the remaining $5,908. With that, not only did we save $360 for a booking, but we're getting a beach walkout front suite, and it should have been for the 6 days because this is all inclusive, all your food, all your beverages, alcohol included. They will stock your minibar every day, all of your water sports and everything. It should have been $15,000, but with this Black Friday special, it was $6,009, but then you minus the $98, and that's what our balance is. So I was like, whew, I will take $6,000 over $15,000.
Yeah.
So that's my day today. Planning everything out. Booking excursions.
This is my day.
Yep. He's not a planner. He just shows up. And half the time we have to carry his luggage or push his butt in a wheelchair.
True.
So he doesn't even show up, he rolls up.
Roll in. I'm rolling.
It really does look like it's gonna rain.
Mm-hmm. I want to thank everybody for sticking around with me this year. You know, this is coming up on a year of me doing videos, and I've just had so much fun. I've met so many great people over it through YouTube, and it's just been so fun. Kristy and I have decided to do a 1-year anniversary golf, and Kristy's decided that what we should do is a Pennsylvania prize pack. So seeing that only 2 subscribers are from PA, Proto Piper and UB Piper, Uncle Butter, we are going to do a gift prize of everything from Pennsylvania. Yes, there will be some tobacco because we have Boswell's.
There will be some type of coffee mug since most of you join Sean when he has his morning, afternoon, and however many cups of coffee the man drinks in a day. Which, by the way, coffee mugs are a serious issue in this house.
No, they're not.
They are a serious issue in this house.
They're not an issue. I have it under control.
Everywhere we go, he thinks that he needs a coffee mug. And we're not talking little coffee mugs. We're talking like giant soup bowl coffee mugs. Every time he goes places with my mom takes him out for breakfast and she buys him coffee mugs. And I'm like, it's one person, because I don't drink hot coffee. One person, and he has like 20 coffee mugs.
No.
He almost has enough coffee mugs for
like
every
6.
day. I'm gonna go count them. Do you want to challenge me and say you have 6? I'll go count them.
No, I won't challenge that.
Okay. I didn't think so. When he starts overflowing this, he has a double shelf, and when he starts overflowing that shelf, that's when I say it's time to weed out some, because you're not getting an entire cupboard of coffee mugs.
It's not my fault.
So we have different ideas that we're bouncing back and forth. Obviously, we have Hershey, we have Middlesworth. We have a lot of Utz, Middlesworth potato chips, Hershey,
Gettysburg.
Yeah, things in Gettysburg. There's a lot. So we're kind of still throwing up in the air. Personally, I've seen a lot of pipes. He shows me a lot of pipes. And I have a couple that I was thinking, but then somebody got jealous because that's not fair to give out a pipe that he doesn't have. So in order to give you guys a pipe that I liked and picked out, I have to buy 2. Which that's from Etsy, and who is that? That is Sugar. Vintage Piper?
Vintage
pipe?
pipes. And I also really like John Keller's pipes.
Yeah.
John Keller in Florida.
I'm very picky when it comes to pipes.
JWK2366 on Instagram if you're not aware.
So we have a couple different things that we're bouncing back and forth with.
That'll be the only non-Pennsylvania item.
Who knows? There could be some Beard Assassin something in there from them.
Guys, if you have a beard or know somebody that has a beard, Bearded Assassins has given us a code to get 10% off. There's no expiration date on the code, and you can use it as many times as you want.
Even if you don't have a beard, I just ordered the butter for the ends of my hair.
And the code is all caps GHOST number 1. GHT and the number 1. Yeah, Ghost 1 is the code.
And it works. I did 2 separate orders yesterday just to see if it would work after you did one order. I broke it up. So I ordered the comb and did it using the code once, and then I put everything else. We ordered the sample pack. Well, I ordered the sample pack of oils, so that way he can tell you what each of them smells like. And then I ordered the wash, and I ordered the butter for myself, for my hair.
Okay.
He has the balm for his goatee, which I don't mind on the ends of my hair. Again, I have very Medusa-like hair.
Right.
So I ordered the butter to try that out.
It's a great all-natural product, guys.
They smell good.
Bearded Assassin smells good. It's all-natural products, American-made, and the company is owned and operated by an American veteran.
And not only are they handmade, but they're made to order. So you're not getting products that are sitting around on the shelf for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. When you order it, you don't get you'll get an instant response saying that they received your order and that they will email you once your order has been made and shipped. So therefore, you're not ordering something and then next day it's shipped because they've had it sitting on the shelf. No. They are making this for you, for your order. They are making that, and I love that because not only are you using the all-natural ingredients, but they're fresh.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better than that. So go to beardedassassins.com, put in your code GHOST1, get yourself 10% off. I appreciate it. Unlimited uses as well. So in closing today, I would like to do a couple shout outs. Kristy would like to do a couple shout outs. And we're going to close this thing up. I'm going to shout out today a couple new guys. K9 Piper.
I'll shout out K9 Piper too, because he lives in Georgia and I love Georgia.
There you go. How about...
And I apologize for the delay in your package, but my post office is not open and I had to drive 45 minutes to one that had a kiosk.
Hot Wings 326.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
Hot Wings 326. What a great guy from the Carolinas. Really good feller. If you have not found him and gave him a sub, give him a sub. And also, I am going to give a new guy, a new feller that I just found yesterday. His name is Blind Piper. He is legally blind. The man is amazing. I really like him. I only watched a video of his quickly before the drive-in started yesterday, and he is just really cool. So, Blind Piper, give him a sub, and Hot Wings 326 are my two. Go ahead with yours.
Okay, so my two are Todd, Real McCoy Piper.
Yep.
That one right.
Yeah. Spoke to Todd on
Spoke to Todd
Instagram.
on Instagram the other day. Enjoyed our conversation. So I'm going to shout out Todd, and then I'm also going to shout out Alex Homestead Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, Alex, I love watching your videos because for me who has squirrel syndrome, all of your in and out video editing, it works with my brain.
And who else did you say earlier?
Oh, Scotty P?
Yeah, Scotty P. Yep.
Those are mine.
All right, guys, until we can get together, pack a pipe or smoke a good cigar, let all what you do be done out of love. Thanks for joining us. We hope you appreciate and enjoyed the video. Leave in the comments if you want to see more of us together on videos, and we'll do it. Well, they probably want to see you, not me. You know. Yeah, that's true. Hey guys, thanks. Take care and God bless.